What's up guys, it's your boy Z-Light here, and today we're going to be continuing our rewatch series of all the Pokemon movies with Pokemon 3 the movie, The Spell of the Unown. Now, I want to start by saying there are two words that encapsulate this movie, and that is impact and emotion. This movie carries those themes throughout the entire thing, and there are some really powerful, important messages, some epic action set pieces, and seriously, it is just a great time overall. So obviously the movie begins with introducing the character of Molly and her dad, who is a researcher, and he leaves to go explore these ruins regarding the unknown. When he goes off to do this, he ends up falling into a trap of the unknown, and he does not return home. And this leads to Molly being absolutely devastated at the fact of her father not coming back. At the same time, his research assistant brought back the little pieces of the unknown, and when she comes into impact with those, she accidentally activates them, and they begin to obey each and every one of her commands. And the first one is that she wants her dad and mom back, or as she says, Papa and Mama. So this manifests in the form of her papa being Entei, since they had just been joking about that in the previous scene. So we see that and hear the intro of Entei. Then, of course, we get to our main characters, Ash and gang. And this movie starts out with an opening battle sequence against an unknown trader, which was pretty reminiscent of the first movie, which was pretty cool. And this is what leads them to the intro of Greenfield, the town where Molly's mansion is. We also see that Delia, Ash's mom, and Professor Oak see what's happening in Greenfield on the TV. And this is reminiscent of the second movie. So I love that there are these early callbacks of the first intro battle from the first movie and then the presence of Oak and Delia from the second movie that are already present in the third. And it really makes it feel like a cohesive storyline. So Entei immediately swoops in and steals Delia, and there's this really cool running animation. And of course, this is just a projection of Entei created by the unknown, but seriously, it looks so cool. The way that it runs and the action set piece is exactly how you would expect the legendary dog of fire to run. So as this is happening, the news anchors are covering it, and we see a flash over to the Charizard Valley, and Ash's Charizard peeks through a window, and he sees Ash chasing after Entei, who stole his mom. And then we see Charizard stare off in an epic way, and then the scene cuts. And this is going to be called back to later. So we cut back to Oak and Ash and everyone, and there's a video message from Molly that's telling them to stay away from the mansion. But Ash and his friends decide not to obey that message because Ash needs to go after and save his mom as the hero of the story. So as he's on his way to save her, he's using Bulbasaur and Chikorita's Vine Whip to climb up a waterfall, and Adelia sees this on the news report, and that snaps her out of this illusion that she's been put under by Entei, and that's what basically allows her to now be more sentient and kind of talk over Molly throughout the rest of the movie. So Ash and friends get into the tower, and they're adventuring to the top, and they go through a ton of battles with Brock having to battle the projection of Molly, and then Misty having to battle the projection of her underwater, and it's a really cool representation of something we've never seen in the Pokemon anime, much less a movie before. And continuing on, in this movie, we have these small cameos from Team Rocket, and here they even make a joke about how they don't have that big of a role in this movie, which is pretty funny. But as Brock and Misty are battling, Ash reaches his mom, but Molly and Entei will not let them leave. They start producing these spiked rocks from the ground that stop them and separate them, and Entei attacks Ash and Pikachu, and they're blasted out of the tower, and they're falling to their immediate end. And then out of nowhere, Ash's Charizard swoops in an epic action scene, catches them, flies them up to the top of the tower, and then there's this super epic battle between Charizard and Entei with Ash flying on the back of Charizard throughout the tower and everything. It's such a cool thing to see in the movie, and Entei almost wins at one point, but Molly steps in and she stops him. She doesn't want to see Charizard get hurt. She doesn't want to see Ash get hurt. And in that moment, Delia and Ash's friends accept her, and they tell her that they can be there for her, and her friends can be family, and the Pokemon can be family for her. And there's a really good quote that Brock and Misty say together, and they say that the battles might be hard, but the friends are real. And that was really cool because, yeah, they're talking about Pokemon battles in this scenario, but this is really applicable to real life too. You go through a lot of challenges and battles in life, but at the end of the day, your friends and family are the real ones who are there to help you through them. Those are inevitable, but those are the people that will help and carry and guide you. So it was a really cool message that they draw with these parallels between Pokemon, but the real world as well. And so obviously Molly stops Entei, but now the unknown are going out of control. So she believes in him, and he's able to save the day and defeat the unknown, and the crystallization starts to go away. And as the ending credits roll, we see that Molly reunites with her parents as they were freed from the spell of the unknown. And it's a really happy ending, but it was a super impactful storyline with these amazing action pieces, with these emotional moments of a little girl losing her parents, but then having a callback to some childhood friends, being Ash and his mom, who are then able to guide her to the right path, and she's able to reunite with those same parents. And it's a really cohesive, great, wholesome storyline, and I really enjoyed watching the third Pokemon movie, The Spell of the Unknown. But But yeah, those are my thoughts on this movie. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. It's been your boy, Eli. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.